Hey, do you think I can get a shield that friggin' big if I, swipe my credit card? Like, is that for pay to win only? I don't know. I think today's discussion is going to have to be around the whole pay to win versus free to play versus the fact that people are absolutely asinine about this subject. So I'm going to go on record right now and say that yes, I throw money at the game, not to buy things to progress, but specifically because I like to support the game that has been out for over a month, and I've been playing it every single day like it is a crazed addiction for me, like the game just came out yesterday. I haven't had that experience since I was a teenager, so I am fine with giving money to them. But generally speaking, it's only for cosmetics or specifically for character unlocks. So I have, your 12 character slots. I have 12 characters. So you have to pay to unlock that. So today's subject, let's go into it. We got Mari's Secret Shop as well as just the standard Lost Ark shop. If you hit F4, you can open that up. So why does this video need to exist? A lot of people, especially in area chat, love to go over the fact that like the game is pay to win, and there's a lot of issues that people have with that concept. Now, I've played a lot of games. There's a lot of them that are pay to win, and generally speaking, this game has a lot of functions that allow you to pay to win, but also allow all the free-to-play players to benefit from those people that are paying to win. So the only things in this shop that I've found that you cannot get with blue crystals, which is a currency that you can buy as a free-to-play player via gold. So there's two crystals at the bottom here. You've got your royal crystals and you have your blue crystals. Royal crystals are the ones that you go to the shop and you buy them. So I have bought the big pack as well as the Platinum Founders pack. That's all I put in. So we're looking at about $250. And I do not regret it in any way, shape, or form. These crystals here are sitting waiting for the next kind of thing that I'm just like, man, I have to have it. And I can't get it through any of the means that I'm about to show you guys. So in our version of the game, unlike the Korean version and Russian version, from what I understand, crystalline aura can be bought with blue crystals. In the other versions, you can only buy it outright. So I could buy it for $13 Canadian or buy it with blue crystals. So blue crystals you can buy via the currency exchange. This is super important for any free-to-play player. I know there's a lot of people that won't even open this shop because they're like, it's pay to win. I'm not even going to open it. That's how you get addicted to spending. You know what? Completely ignore the royal crystals. If you see this little symbol, the royal crystal, ignore it. This is why. So you go to currency exchange. On your server, this pricing is going to change based on the time of day, what day, the portion of the week. It fluctuates a lot. So last week this was like 850 gold. Now it's down to like 700. So there's supply and demand. That's how it works. It's going to default to purchasing gold. So it's going to be selling your royal crystals to buy gold from other players. But as a free-to-play or light spender, you're going to go to buy crystals, and you can now manipulate this market. So we have currently, it's about 715 is what people are selling at, but there's only 600 crystals being offered here. So when a whale comes in and they're like, I need 80,000 gold, they're not going to buy or sell just 2,700 of the crystals. They're going to be selling like 40,000. Like they're just going to throw everything at the wall. So this is going to move really fast. You can even see in the background, it's moving very quickly. So all you got to do is sell it at the amount that you think it's going to actually go for. So if you want to sell your gold, let's say at like this one here, there's 9,000 blue crystals here. So this is kind of a short stop, which already just sold. So you can see how fast that goes. So you can put in whatever value. If there's not, like if it said like 90,000, then I would do 1 gold more expensive than that person, but they're not. So like, for example, 710, I would probably do like 711 so that I'm up with, see, and that's what somebody just did. So, or sorry, no, yeah, 711. So if you put it here, you're the first in line to be able to get the blue crystals. So see, those all sold out. Now it's the 710. So you can gamble. You could be like, I want to do it for 700. Wait for all this stuff to sell. Maybe it'll hit 700 and maybe it'll actually get to, bank a little bit. You do the quantity, so this is per 100 blue crystals. So we're getting 95 here. So if I want to do 10, 7,000 gold for 950 blue crystals. You would hit add, which I have already done in a blooper video. So in my history, you can see I've already done it here. So I did 700 gold per 1,000 crystals, so I'll get 950 crystals if this sells. It's a gamble. It might not. Maybe it will stay around this point here. Maybe I should have been trying to buy it at that amount. So once you've gained your blue crystals from selling your gold via the buy crystals menu, the description menu kind of explains some of this as well. But that's the rundown. Once you've done that, you can do it 10 times a day. Generally speaking, I only ever need to do it once or so a day because I'll throw like 7,000 gold and get, almost 1,000 crystals. You go back into the Lost Ark shop, and these are all the things that you can do here. So, skins. A lot of people are always like, well, I want those skins. It's such bullshit that you can only buy them with royal crystals. So you can see like the Omen skins. They came out, they're limited time. They're only out for this month. Versus like the RLR skin set. So if I traded gold to get 840 blue crystals, I can buy the LR skin set. Now, you'll see if you hover over this, if I click off and hover over it, this is untradeable. So if you buy it with blue crystals, it's untradeable. It's bound to you, can't go anywhere else. If you buy it with royal crystals, it's tradable though. So when the whales come in here and go, I'm going to buy a bunch of these sets. I'm going to buy the skin sets. You can see it's tradable. Then we go into the marketplace here. So they're going to take that tradable one and they're going to go in and they're going to sell that skin chest. So you as a free-to-play or light spender don't have to deal with royal crystals again. Again, you don't have to do it. You can just use your gold. So that Omen weapon skin, if I wanted to get the Omen weapon skin here, you could buy it right now. The prices have plummeted because this has been out for 2 weeks. They started at like 15,000. Don't try to buy these skins on the first week. If you want to save your money, you wait until a couple weeks are in and the supply is much greater than the demand because everybody's bought their skins. The rush is always in the first week. It's like, oh man, everybody's getting these skins. I want those skins. But they're going to be on here. People are going to be selling them. So now they're 2,400 for that skin set. You can get the actual full skin here. So, and these selection chests, as if you've watched my market video, explains how you should always look at the skin chests rather than the individual skins. So in here, they're always more expensive for some reason. People like to take advantage of players that are not knowledgeable on how this works. So I highly recommend go watch my marketplace video to learn how all these menus and everything work. So anyway, the point is, you can still get them via being free to play. No matter what it is. Oh, sorry, back into this menu. So you don't have to buy it for royal crystals. You don't have to feel tempted to buy it with your credit card. You can just buy it from other players. They pay, you win. Now, to expand on that concept of they pay, the whales pay, and you win, we've now bought some blue crystals, right? So you're no longer scared of this menu. You've decided to buy some blue crystals. You want to either buy some, maybe you want to buy these selection things. Always check, is the value of the blue crystals being converted from gold cheaper than buying the selection chest from the auction house? Always check that, because you want to buy it in whichever way is going to be the cheapest option for you. Now, Mari's Secret Shop is the prime example of this. So a lot of people refuse to look at the shop because they're like, it's pay to win, I'm not doing it, blah, 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 blah. You're just missing out. You're literally just missing out. So, for example, right now on the US East servers, a lot of these prices have started to plummet, but things like your Solar Graces, your Tier 3 materials, a lot of the shard bags, if you're going to use them, you should consider buying them from here. So, for example, we're going to go Solar Blessings. So these Solar Blessings, it's 150 blue crystals. So 150 blue crystals, which we just looked at the exchange rate, is about 715 per 100. So you're around 1,000. So if we go back there and we try to find that one, there's one here too, is 80. I wanted to use the same example. So 150. So that's about 1,000 gold for 15 of these, right? So if you go in and you look in the marketplace, Solar Blessings, and you see that they're 360 a piece. You were getting, I think it was 15. Let's double check that real quick just so I'm not spouting nonsense. So yeah, so 15. So if it's 360, we're just going to bring up a calculator real quick here. So calculator, it's 316 times 15. That's 4,740 gold to buy the same amount. So if you have 15 of these that are tradable, sell them on the auction house, get almost 4 times the gold amount, buy the blue crystals, come back into Mari's shop, and buy the solar blessings for 150 crystals. And there you go. These aren't tradable anymore, but you plan to use them anyway. So who cares? So you sold 15 of them. You made your 4,740 gold. So you actually get like a net profit of like 3,000 gold. That's how I manipulate this game. And it's systems like this to progress and make money at the same time. And that money that you gain, you can then use on other materials to get further. Now, you want to be careful though, because a lot of these things aren't worth it. Guardian Stone Fragments for us right now are like 1 gold per 10. And this here is, if you click on it, it's going to get you 800. So that's technically 80 gold worth. Versus 72 blue crystals, that's like almost 600. 5 to 600 gold. So that's not worth it. You wouldn't want to do that. Now, there's a lot of places that on the internet you'll be able to find them, either on Discords or Reddits, that have made tools. I myself have made my own tool because I'm very good with spreadsheets. So I made this tool here for my my guildies. I won't be giving this out to randoms. I'm sorry. You would have to join the guild to be able to have access to this. I maintain it every day. So basically, you can make something similar. You just have to be decent with math, but it's literally the process I just showed with that calculator. It's just in formula, so I don't have to do it all the time. So for example, we found right here, those solar blessings. I actually was very loose with my math there. So you're saving 4,800 gold at the current rates that they were. Well, actually, that's rates earlier today. So they might have gone down in price. So that's why you always want to kind of check as often as possible. But yeah, whenever you when you're doing this, you want to make sure that it's worth it. So don't buy the things that aren't worth it. Buy them straight from the auction house if you're going to do that, or just use them if it's tradable. So that's how you can, again, take the whales who buy your gold. You sell your gold for the blue currency, these blue crystals, and you turn them into materials. And you get your gold by selling the same materials that were tradable versions to those whales who just bought your gold. So you see how it's kind of a circular thing where you sell materials to them for absurd prices. They buy them with the gold that they bought from you to give you blue crystals. So the whales pay and you win. That's the whole concept. That's why Mari's shop is so powerful, and that's why, and that gold, maybe all that excess gold, you want to just go on the auction house and you want to be like, you know what? I'm going to treat myself. I'm gonna buy a skin. I'm gonna get this apocalypse skin, or hey, maybe I want to buy a pet. So again, you're just using their money to buy the things that, again, like in this case here, they're selling them. So you're using their money to buy the things. Like it's another cyclical situation. So don't hate on this shop. I get it. There is the potential to pay to win on this game, but rather than being like, man, pay to win players are terrible and I don't want to deal with them, and here's 2 absolute facts. They're paying, which helps the developers make more content. And because of this whole system, the way this blue crystal currency, Mari shop, all of that works, it creates a system that you as a free-to-play or light spender can benefit from. So rather than hating on it, just embrace it and gain from it in large amounts. Almost all of my gold comes from doing the same system. All my progression, like even life leap stones. 56 gold, that's like 350 gold, sorry, 56 blue crystals. It's like 400 gold for 40 of these. They're like 20, no, I think there's like 30 a pop right now. So again, you can just search it, life leap stone. 44 gold. So like 4, 8, 1200 gold versus, spending 400. If you're going to be using them anyway, sell them on the auction house as tradable versions, buy blue crystals with it, and then use it. And all the extra gold that you made, use on something cool. Maybe some skins, maybe more materials so that you can go further. So maybe you want to buy Moon's Breast, maybe you want to buy, make sure, again, do the math, check the value. But the last portion of Mari's Secret Shop that you don't want to sleep on, and a lot of people sleep on this, even people that are using this system don't realize how valuable this stuff is. So, card packs are really hard to get in this game, so you can get them from here. Now, some of these are good value, some of them are not so great value. So, for example, any card pack times 5, 200 blue crystals. That's pretty expensive. That's like 1,400 gold. But on the next menu here, there's a times 20 for 230 blue crystals. So that's basically the same cost for 15 additional card packs. So yeah, buy that one. Probably don't buy that one. Legendary card packs, basically what they do, if I can find one that I haven't purchased yet. So these ones here, you can see it's all of the different packs, even the normal cards. Whereas the legendary card packs, they're more expensive. Usually you get less of them, but it's only the top 3. So it's either legendary, epic, or rare. Other values here. Healing battle item chests. So you can choose your items here. Potions. 10 of those major ones, the blue ones. So you're buying this 5 times, so it'd be 50 of those potions. If I was, let's say I was targeting the blue ones. So 50 of them for 25 gold. Or 25 blue crystals, which is the equivalent of 200 or so gold at the most. Versus buying... And here we got potion, we got our major potion, so 16. So 16 gold versus getting 50 of them. So let's just pull up that handy dandy calculator again. We're just going to do 16 times 50. So that's 800 gold worth for the price of less than 200 gold in blue crystals. There's no reason that you should be running out of potions for your guardian raids, running out of, like, not having battle items like offensive items, grenades and stuff. They're all super high value in here. You just got to do the math and see. Yes, these are bound versions. So you can't... They're bound to roster, I believe, for most of them. At least the battle item chests are. The actual item might be bound specifically to the character, but just leave them in the chest and open them as you need them. So people never have flares, they never have bombs, they never have healing potions because they're like, it's too expensive. Well, this is like 1/4 the cost if you do it this way. Other things, life energy. If you like gathering all the time, these you gotta judge the value on them, right? Because you can't get them anywhere else. So 100, that's 700 or so gold or 5,000 life energy. Is that worth it for you? The people in the chat that are excavators, you could probably tell me whether or not that's worth it because you get a lot of extra excavation from that. I don't know. I don't personally buy them anymore because I barely use my gathering energy. I'm terrible at that. Restoration kits for your tools. As far as I understand, these are fairly cheap because it's 65, so it's less than 700 gold for 50 of them. Like, that's a lot of silver saved for sure. Utility ones, these are where you get your flares. Like, I buy my flares this way. Panaceas, time stop potions are generally pretty expensive. So you get 3 of those per one of these, so you get 15. Like, you can see the value here. And these acceleration chips, those are kind of based on whether or not you really need to accelerate. I personally don't. You can get additional Una task dailies. There's all kinds of stuff in here. So don't neglect the shop. Don't just write it off because you think it's pay to win. Let the whales pay for you to win. Okay, so that's been my take on the free-to-play versus pay-to-win and, throwing money at stuff. The only way that they can truly pay to win is by buying the materials that you're selling, most likely, at least I am, to then... They sell their crystals to you, and then to buy your gold, to then buy the materials that you are selling to do it all over again. So just take advantage of it. Don't hate on it. Just excel your gameplay by taking advantage of the guys that are throwing thousands and thousands of dollars at the game. And know in the back of your minds that, hey, they're also supporting the game. So we'll be able to get new skins, new characters, new content, all that stuff. All right? Cheers.